So it is my pleasure now to share a little about the counties and economic development. And we also have a special announcement where MPP will be joining me back on stage. Last year, Mapleview Lodge presented an update on the development of the George G. Tackaberry family home. As you heard earlier, it's on time, on budget, and opening anticipated in August of 25. I know some of the fundraising team members are here and will gladly accept funds towards that and are stationed outside. Congratulations on the $2.3 million raised already. They have $700,000 to go. So they've got two key campaigns going, one room to donate for $5,000 and lift us up at $3,500. So any help is always appreciated. And for those of you that just haven't driven by lately, here's the latest update of the pictures. And there's the QR code to, if you wanted to donate, certainly it can go straight to that, but I know they can help you outside there. So over the past 4 years, even during the pandemic, county's economic development has been true to its 6 strategic areas of focus noted on the slide. I'm going to provide you a little update with an opportunity to provide some input towards the end of the slides. And we'll be pulling out your cell phones for that. We have been active in the investment readiness portfolio and the investment attraction. Counties has assisted Augusta Township on funding applications to support their investment readiness. And Dennis Lapierre has been a big proponent with the ministry on that as well. We are hoping to announce some of those business throughout the next I'd like to say 6 months to 8 months. So County's Economic Development and the St. Lawrence Corridor Economic Corridor Commission has also been working on key investments coming into this region. There's 2 top aerial photos of Augusta Township. Look at those now and we'll bring them back in about 5 years and you'll see considerable difference. 2 investments that have already occurred is V6 Agronomy. Is Ryan and his group still in the room? Where are you? There you go. Thank you for being and investing in Leeds Grenville and Carlton Mushroom, and hopefully we'll be able to bring those individuals to the stage next year. At the bottom is Elizabethtown Kitley, and I know there's some discussions in regards to where they're going with their lands. On a small business front, we have been promoting the region as welcoming to entrepreneurs and small businesses in the Ottawa Business Journal. And Terry is here from Ottawa Business Journal, so thank you for supporting us through that. Under talent attraction and workforce development, Leeds Grenville attended the Ottawa Career and Training Expo. This was a collaborative effort with County's Economic Development leading and working with the county's HR department to recruit positions for the counties. But not only did we do that, we encouraged industry to come with us, and we had HFI, Evonik, and Ingredion join us at that show. And that was a very successful show because we had both government and private sector working together. Resumes were received and interviews are in progress. We continue to work with our employment partners, Keys, Employment and Education Center, and CSC. Are those people still in the room? If you are connected, Sue, stand up, because for employers and for municipal governments, make sure your job postings are getting posted with them. I think Shannon's around here. There's CSE, okay. And please take time. They provide free services when you're looking to hire. So please make sure you connect with those individuals. Under talent attraction and workforce, there has been much discussion on the need to increase the efforts, and we've heard about this today, to bring immigrants into the region. Thank you, Pierre, for that. I appreciate that. And we have one of the highest aging demographics in the province. So this is important to us. Right now, the Government of Canada manages temporary and permanent immigrant programs and provides study permits and permanent resident status for immigrants. The province of Ontario has a nominee program for prospective immigrants for permanent resident status through their nominee program. And I would now like to call upon MPP Clark to make a special announcement for Leeds Grenville. Steve?
Thanks. Thanks, Anne, for giving us the opportunity. And both Anne and I weren't sure that we'd be able to make this announcement today, so it's really pleased for us to do so. As she said, and as has been the case this morning and this afternoon, it's a pretty big challenge in Leeds Grenville to find all the skilled workers we need for our communities. I've heard it many times at the Roma conference and the AMO conference when County Council talks about not only using all the programs that the government has to bring in workers like PSWs into our long-term care home. It's just not going to be enough based on that beautiful facility that's there. So while this discussion was going on with our community and the government, I work closely with Minister David Piccini and his staff as the Rural Economic Development Through Immigration, or REDI program, was being contemplated in conjunction with the Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program. Based on the discussions we had with local mayors and local community, it was determined by the ministry that the United Counties of Leeds and Grenville should be chosen to be in a very small short list to apply to be part of this pilot program, and we were. I want to thank all the members of County Council for their support of our application on September 3rd to the provincial government. I want to personally thank Anne Weir and county staff. I asked you to jump through hoops and go at a breakneck pace, and you certainly delivered. And I want to thank Alison Tutak for having all the resources at the United Counties of Leeds and Grenville that set us up for success. And that's really why I'm here today. I'm here to announce that the United Counties of Leeds and Grenville has been selected by the Ministry of Labour, Immigration, Training and Skills Development to be part of the REDI pilot. So we're one of 4 regions in Ontario that have been selected. And as I mentioned, I've seen firsthand some of the workforce challenges, the skilled worker challenges we've had. I've gone to healthcare facilities. I've talked to people in the community. I've gone to manufacturing facilities. So the REDI program is a tremendous opportunity to continue to grow our economy and improve access to healthcare. We're going to be able to target skilled workers and provide them with a job offer and a pathway to permanent residency. And I want to make it very clear, we're not asking people to come over to look for a job. We're making them a job offer for a specific job. So we are going to be able to, the program launch, first of all, is going to be in January 2025. It's going to run for 1 year. So it's a very, very short window. Up to 200 nominations through the Immigrant Nominee Program will be available to Leeds and Grenville. It could include a variety and mix of family doctors, of nurses, nurse practitioners to improve our primary care system. Could be registered nurses and PSWs to support long-term care, including not just Mapleview Landing and Athens, but all of the long-term care homes that are being part of our renovation as part of the government. So Anne and her team have been working with business and industry to identify the skilled employees that we need to target. But I think it's a tremendous opportunity for us. There are some critical need for skilled workers across all sectors, and especially healthcare is one of the ones that I think we need to get more docs, more nurses, more primary care, more PSWs. This program is going to be able to do it. So again, I want to reiterate my appreciation to everyone. I want to say to Minister Piccini, who was here a year ago, just thank you for your staff recognizing some of the things that we've been telling, the collective we in Leeds Grenville have been telling the government. And I just really want to thank them for stepping up for us. And I want to thank Anne for doing all the work to get us there.
Thank you, Steve. And this is the tenacity I was talking about. Certainly, it happened very fast on both sides from a staff and from Steve's office. So thank you for that. The county is working closely with the Ministry of Labour, Immigration, Skills Development, and holding an information session is something we'll be doing in the very near future. Just for those that are familiar with the provincial nominee program, it will still go through the 3 job streams, and you'll see those listed on the screen. So if you have either people working with you that are nearly finishing their work permit that you want to see continued their prime potential, if you have someone that is graduating out of a program and that is on a student visa and you want to recruit, it is for a job position. You have to make that job offer, and we will be working with the ministry to progressively put those applications through. So what the plan going forward is to have an information session in early 2025. Once we get the details, that we'll be communicating that, and where we'll be communicating that from the broader piece is our e-newsletter, and I'll talk about that in a second. That is our main communication device, so please make sure if you're interested in the program, let me know, or you'll see it posted through when those workshops are. Literally, it was yesterday back and forth of can we announce, can we not? So thank you for being able to make that happen. Truly appreciate your work on that, Steve. So workforce and talent attraction, we got that going. And on the other side, just as active is our business retention and expansion. We will continue to work with both large and small companies to ensure they are still remaining in Leeds Grenville. And we did a lot of this during the pandemic, and we're continuing to work with that. Through some of the partners that we work with, the community development corporations, all 3 of them in our region, FedDev Ontario, Carl, is he still in the back of the room? They have a program open right now for FedDev Ontario on the AI and housing, and we're trying to make sure. So if you've got a question on it, we'll repost that in our new e-newsletter as well. Dennis Lapierre from the Ministry of Economic Development. The window hasn't opened just yet, but I think we're about to open again for the Eastern Ontario Economic Development Program. I've got that right? Okay, good. And also Shelby McFarland from my office, who's with our AV crew this morning. If you've got questions about the different programs, she's willing to come out, meet with you, or if you want to meet in our office, absolutely, we can do that. We have 2 small business programs that service Leeds Grenville. The Ministry of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade funded 2 programs, and one is under the counties and one is under the town of Smiths Falls. Here's the location breakdown to which entity provides support to which piece. And Cindy James, and I don't know if Cindy's still here, but I know Jeanette is. Jeanette is very involved with our team member Carol and our entire team when it comes to small business. Certainly make sure that you connect with them or direct people to them. The contract with the ministry basically entails 3 pieces. One is consults, so doing either in-person or virtual concepts. And then also in regards to Summer Company, which is our youth program, and Starter Company Plus, which is our adult program for the first 5 years of your business. Both of those programs offer grants. So if you're interested in that or know of people, get them in touch with the small business centers because that's an important opportunity. Summer Company's $3,000. I know we're going to be going into winter, but we'll probably be starting that soon. And there's a continuous different rounds. So each center has a different round of when Starter Company Plus starts. They have also been doing workshops in the area based on anticipated need. We have 2 main events that counties helps lead, and one of those being the International Women's Day. For your calendars, please. Thursday, March 6th is the date that we'll be hosting that event. So Thursday, March 6th. And then we just finished a very successful Bridges to Better Business event, and that will be Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. So we're telling everyone early to make sure it's in your calendars, and so everyone else can plan their events around us. So we appreciate that. How do we keep track of everyone? Well, we have a regional business directory that feeds many of the municipal directories that also helps us support and communicate information. This is a real-time directory. If you see something wrong in it, make sure you let us know and we can get that updated. The data also supports our tourism website as well, and we've been very active in that portfolio, and I'll talk a second on that. Currently, we have about 4,550 businesses that are listed in the directory, and we're continuing to update that on a regular basis. And here's the e-newsletter that I was mentioning. So this is how you get to connect with it. Make sure you're receiving that. It comes out every 2 weeks. We have about 4,000 subscribers now at a 40% open rate, which is well above industry standard. So this includes business profiles, funding opportunities, and workshops. We've also added a section called Biz Bites, and this is if, say, for example, we have a new company opening or you're having a product line change and you want something in quickly, just let us know and we can certainly include that into our Biz Bites. The last new one that we just introduced is real estate opportunities, because sometimes we're investing within ourselves and we want to make sure that people know of other properties that are available, and we're looking for people, newcomers, to come in as we're seeing this newsletter continues to circulate out further. In 2022, we introduced the regional tourism vision and plan. In 2023, we moved it forward under the brand Thousand Islands, Rideau, Canal, Waterways, and we introduced new tourism adventures. In 2024, in I think that was June, July, we launched all 3 ventures under the Tourism Adventures brand. Under a brochure that is now at your table, so make sure you take a look at that. We'll be doing a new one for 2025, and I'm pleased to share the first one that we did was Fresh Baked, and you are our samplers. How were they? Were they good? Yes, yes, very good. So that brought all of our bakeries together. You have enjoyed some of those items, I'm sure, today. The 2025 will be promoting 11 bakeries with the addition of Big Waters Bakery in Athens. So definitely a place you want to try out. We've had some very positive comments on that. Under Fresh Baked, we also had a lot of cafes that were serving baked goods. So we've introduced the Fresh Baked Cafes grouping, and we have 11 cafes on that. And we're having 2 additional new ones added, Yellow Canoe Cafe from Merrickville Wolford and Bastard Coffee Shop from Rideau Lakes. Under Foodie Shop Adventures, this culinary is big for our region. And in 2013, we'll be promoting 13 foodie shops with the addition of Be Good Shop out of Edwardsburg Cardinal. And finally, Garden Adventures was our initial one that we had started. And in 2025, we're going to continue with the 13, plus we have several new ones. Kirk Farm out of North Grenville, Number 9 Gardens out of Rideau Lakes, Rockport Barn out of Leeds and the Thousand Islands, and Summerhaven Tulips out of Merrickville Wolford. It's amazing what we're actually, so many beautiful areas that are growing flowers and offering those opportunities for exploring. One of the great things, and again, working with the MPP's office, in total, this is 50 sites that we had. And what this did was take the strategy and the amount of collaboration with 13 different municipalities fully represented. We applied for the Rural Economic Development Program. We were successful. So we're receiving up to $148,874. And this is going to some of the new promotion that you're seeing to promote the adventures and other products. As well as our staff resource. So we're able to get a person that wakes up thinking tourism in the morning. With the funding, we've also been able to go into Edible Ottawa, and here's 2 of the ads that are in there promoting the entire region working together. We've also been able to get social media going for our tourism products. Activities throughout the region are being promoted, such as different Christmas markets. Yes, I think this is for this weekend. So take note. So all of the Christmas markets, instead of having one here and there, you can have a whole week of weekend going to Christmas markets. We also do some individual events. And this was all part of our grant application that we were going to provide this social media aspect. One of the other key things that we were doing in the grant application was introducing one more experience. So, in a culinary world, what would we introduce? Anybody thirsty? Bottle and barrel. So off we go. Bottle and barrel adventures will be new for 2025. I'm pleased to announce this. We have been asking people to be a part of this with local craft beverage companies. We're just in the way of approaching them, and here's some that we've already connected with. And I know Sean Lucy was here from Windmill. He said absolutely he's in. And perhaps next year, maybe we have sampling. Just a thought. So, as I mentioned, this was part of the present era, our strategic areas of focus and some of the associated activities. But where should we go in the future? And I wanted to give this some thought. And I want you to take some of these next slides in and just think about what it is. So this is what we are currently focusing on. And should we change any of this? When the counties agreed to take the Leeds Grenville Small Business Program under the roof, I did some further research. Thank you, BDC, for some of that research. Appreciate it. I also called the Eastern Ontario Workforce Innovation Board to accessing some of their data specific to Leeds Grenville. And here are some of the findings. I looked at a comparison of business counts by employee size. For the last 10 years, small business is big business for Leeds Grenville. By the Canadian definition, small business is under 99 employees. For Leeds Grenville, this represents 99.45%. It's huge. So is that the same across the country? Well, we took a comparison over a 6-year period. And we are slightly above the province and the country when it comes to small business, under 100 employees. Both the province and the country is about 99%. We're 0.5% above that. So we're slightly special, I would like to say. So I started doing a little further digging in the way of, what about micro businesses? So I took a look at that, and we're sitting around 84.24% for micro business. And a micro business is a solo entrepreneur or a 1 to 4 employees. But we were not higher than the province or the country. So where were we higher? 5 to 99 is where we were higher. 5 to 99 employees, with the blue line being Leeds Grenville in comparison to Canada and Ontario in the gray and orange. So certainly that says something about us in the way of, we have a lot of small businesses, but there's an opportunity to help them grow. Now, with that in mind, though, let's take a look at the sectors when it comes to that. Where does that fit into us? Well, we've had some shift in this. So real estate is actually, and rental leasing has become the #1 number of businesses, not by number of employees, #1 number of businesses, followed by construction. Well, that's evident with all the construction that we've got going on. Well, we don't have as many manufacturing as we once did. There are still large companies in our midst. 3 of our businesses in the region employ over 100 employees, and 8 are employing over 200 employees. So this big business is important to both the small business and the large business. They can work, certainly. It's important to have both. So lots to think about when we're deciding, what does county's economic development do? So we're finishing our 2025-24, and we'll be doing our renewal come 2025. So we're going to be doing some focus groups as well as some geographic sector groups. We'll be doing a business survey. We've been doing that for the past few years, thanks to the Business Support Working Group. But today is your opportunity, because this time next year, we'll be already formulating this. So we're going to go to a slide, and we're going to cross our fingers that this is all going to work. So pull out your cell phones. The one time, pull out your cell phones. So we've got a couple of questions for you. And I'm just going to click. Okay. And so scan the QR code. That'll get you in, or you can go to the website, slido.com. And apparently say next. Am I hearing no active polls? Press my button. Okay, there we go. Are we active now? Okay, there we go. So the first question being, what should county's economic development focus on in the next 5 years? Pick the top 3. Has everyone got their vote in? Anyone not that still wants to? Okay, so talent attraction and workforce development. Sounds like we're on the right path with some of this. Small business retention and growth, followed by, we've still got changes going on. Engagement for infrastructure. So we're not building the roads and the wires, but we'll certainly engage to make sure. Large business attraction, small business attraction. We're still, marketing and communications is coming up. Is this a horse race or what? All righty. We're going to close that and go to the next session. Anyone not have a question yet? Okay, go. We're going to go to the next question. Ready? Click again. In supporting our diversified economy, what business sectors requires the county's economic development support? Pick top 3. And then there is an other at the bottom. If you choose other, it'll make you say a word. How are we doing? Everyone in? People still working on it? Okay, so tourism, agri-food, healthcare, and manufacturing. Hang on. Healthcare, no, I think we stayed the same. We have one more question, so I'll close that out in about 10 seconds. Okay. Thank you. Everyone good? Moving on. The last question. Sorry, this is the other. So this is what some of the answers for other came in. Clean tech was a big one. Interests that will draw, infrastructure, tech, skills trades, childcare, trades and attraction, development, housing, entrepreneurship. So that came under the other. So we'll get further details on that. Your last question. Small business. To grow small business, what areas should counties support? Pick the top 3. And again, there's another. So we're neck and neck between mentorship and, finance has come up. Where's all my bankers and, So we're back to finance, digital, business coaching, finance training, digital, I think we're nearly there, digital workshops, business coaching, and mentorship just took a little jump there. Digital workshops went up. That must have been your talk, Pierre. Excellent. Alrighty, we'll close that off. Everyone got their answers in that they want? Anyone not? Thank you so much for that. It's the first time we've done this, and I think it's a great way to give us some instant feedback. And we'll be composing that as part of our aspects when we do the focus groups and when we're meeting with the different sectors as well. So on that note, I think I'm on to, oh, sorry, I'm going to go back one. Can I do it? Oh, they will. So under the other was technology and automation. Makes total sense. So thank you. We're at the conclusion, 10 minutes to go. So as you know, I always like to end on time. Thank you for your input. We appreciate you now, speaking of input, taking a few minutes to complete the summit evaluation. You're not allowed out of the room until it's done, okay? So you've got a pen, you've got the form. Please make sure you do that. You can leave it on the table, and there's a box outside, either or. A big thank you to all our speakers today. Please save Friday, November 21st. Friday, November 21st will be next year's summit. As you saw today, we had a little change. We may still need to evaluate if this facility can continue in this format, but we're going to make our best to do that. Please recycle your name tag, and you can keep the lanyard. Thank you so much for coming. Please have a safe drive home. Have a great weekend, everyone.